Hello everyone and welcome to another video. Today we're going to go ahead and do a video that I have not done for quite a while now. It is my fragrance starting lineup of 2017. I always mean to do these at the beginning of the year, but it skipped my mind and it kind of got pushed back. But here it is. Now, for those of you who do not know, the fragrance starting lineup is a concept that was started by a reviewer from a while back. His name was Brandon, otherwise known as Cutlass Supreme SL. He came up with the idea to basically have each of the reviewers kind of name, 6 scents basically for 6 different occasions that they would choose to. And the occasions were, they were to name your signature scent, they were to name your work scent, they were to name your close-up or, go to, between the sheets scent. They would name your work scent, your daring scent, and your classy or your upscale scent. So with that, I wanted to go ahead and make sure to update this list and let you guys know what are my top scents for each of those categories. Now, the one difference with this particular list and with this here is that I'm going to be listing a designer and a niche scent for each occasion, and that's pretty much it, and that'll give you guys an idea of what are my top scents for these particular occasions. Alright, so without any further ado, let's go ahead and get started. The first category, and the first one that we're going to go ahead and touch upon, is the signature scent. Now, the signature scent is a scent that you reach to and most people kind of know you buy. It's, somebody smells it and they're like, oh, that's Cody. Or this is the scent that you want to quote-unquote be known by. So with that, let's go ahead and start with my designer fragrance. The designer fragrance that I have is Terre de Hermès Eau Fraîche. Now, when I got this scent, I immediately loved it. I let you guys know in my review, and it's one that fits me to a T. I like that bright, that uplifting, that, slightly yuzu-ish. It's slightly a sourish note, but it's sparkling at the same time. It's kind of got, that mandarin-y smell. I love this type of smell. It's really uplifting. It's really the type of personality that I like to give off, and people do know me by this scent. So, signature scent from the designer side, Terre de Hermès Eau Fraîche. Now, from the niche side, we have a fragrance that should come as no surprise to some of you, but it is from the house of Le Labo. It is Le Labo's Bergamot 22. Now, Bergamot 22, it's cedar, it's bergamot, it's citrusy, it's sparkling, it's uplifting. You can see those are both in the same veins. I like fragrances that kind of have that, sparkly type of a feel, that uplifting, that upbeat type of a feel, but at the same time, when you wear it a bit, or when you wear them a bit, they get closer to the skin, but they stay and they remain there with their power. So Bergamot 22 is my niche version of my signature scent. Now, moving along to the work scents. Let's start off with the designer side. From the designer side, we have the fragrance from the house of Guerlain. The fragrance is called Vetiver Frozen. Now, I personally love the note of vetiver for my work scents. It's a very clean, it's a very uplifting type of a scent. The main takeaway with this is it's vetiver and it's citrus combined. It's more of a citrusy vetiver, which makes it at the same time professional, but at the same time tolerable. Vetiver tends to have an earthy, rooty type of a smell, and sometimes it can get a little bit overpowering in that aspect. And that citrus in this scent really keeps it fun and kind of uplifting, and that's the image that I project at work. Hence, this is why I reach for this scent at work almost all the time. So, Vetiver Frozen. Now, on the niche side of my work scents, we have, from the house of Fleur, we've got Olmsted and Vox. Now, Olmsted and Vox, when I talked about it, I talked about it being similar to some of the Chanel fragrance, and at the same time, it does have a vetiver base. It's kind of got a vetiver base, but it goes a little bit of a different route. This goes a little bit more of a serious route, whereas if I have a serious meeting, I'm probably going to reach for this, whereas if I have a meeting where I kind of want to make sure that everyone's kind of on their toes, that everyone's fun, then I'll reach for my Vetiver Frozen. But this one is more for my serious upscale meeting, but that's kind of what I, use it for. So, Fleur, Olmsted, and Vox, excellent work fragrance. Moving on to my night out fragrance. Let's start with the designer side. For my night out, I have chosen a fragrance that I know gets compliments. I know people smell me well, and I know that I smell good to people. We're talking about Dior's Sauvage. Yes, I reach for Sauvage when it comes to my night out fragrance. I do it mainly because I'm not necessarily trying to impress my wife. You guys know that I'm married. I'm more trying to, just smell good to everyone else around me. She likes the scent, yes, definitely, but I know that other people love this scent as well too. And every time that I go out with this, always get compliments, never fails with this one. So Dior's Sauvage. Moving on to the niche side of my night out fragrances, we have a newer addition. This is from the house of Parfums de Marly. We're looking at Herod. Herod is a lovely fragrance. It's absolutely fantastic. I like it because, it's dark, but at the same time, it's not super cloying to everyone around you. It's kind of got, this berry type of a vibe, but at the same time, it has this mature type of a vibe. I love this scent in it. And it does excellent for the night out fragrance. I tend to wear this one a little bit more when I want to be a little bit more reserved at night when I'm going out, rather than the upbeat one more with the Dior Sauvage. So definitely looking at this one, Herod. Moving on to my close quarter fragrances. Starting with a fragrance that I recently picked up in Jamaica, we're looking at Ultra Mall from the house of Jean-Paul Gaultier. Now Ultra Mall, I was looking at fragrances in duty free, saw it, sprayed it on, I was like, man, that smells pretty freaking good. And then I was kind of walking around, we were buying rum, we were buying other liquor from duty free, and my wife comes up to me, she smells me and she notices it and she's like, wow, that smells delicious, and she just keeps sniffing my arm around and she's like, you should really get that fragrance. And I'm like, yeah, I'm definitely going to get it. And this, close quarters, gotta love it. She loves it, and that's all I need. Hence why it is my designer close quarter fragrance, Ultra Mall. Now from the niche side of things, we have a fragrance that is from the house of Tom Ford. It's Tom Ford's Oud Wood. Now Oud Wood is a fragrance that when she smells it by itself, my wife doesn't necessarily like the smell of it. However, anytime it's on my skin, she absolutely loves it, and she always asks, what is it that you're wearing? Which basically means it smells different on my skin than it does versus, in the air or on a strip of paper. And this one, it's just one that, she constantly thinks that she doesn't like until she smells it on me, and she absolutely loves it, and it's a great close quarters fragrance for that aspect, okay? So Tom Ford's Oud Wood. Now moving on to the daring side. We're going to move on to the daring side of the fragrances. From the designer side, we're looking at Prada Amber Pour Homme. Why is this my daring scent? I have probably even mentioned this scent as being a safe scent, a work scent, something that you can wear for those occasions, and that is absolutely true. But why is this a daring scent for me? Well, it's simple. Every single time that I wear this scent, there seems to be some altercation that I get into, and I suspect, and it's not any serious altercations, fists not flying or anything like that, but usually some heated argument or some nonsense that happens. Maybe somebody cuts the line, maybe somebody does something or another. And, not being paranoid or anything, it's almost like the softness from this fragrance is rubbing off on my personality. Like, if I wear the scent for some strange reason, people think that they can all of a sudden cut in front of me or do some nonsense like that. I know I'm completely more than likely being paranoid, but that's the reason I'm actually throwing this on my daring scent. If I wear this fragrance, I'm at the point where I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to get into some incident here. So that's, Amber Pour Homme from the House of Prada. Now moving on to the niche side, this one always hits my daring sense. I love it, and, when I wear it, I know that there are going to be people who are offended by it, but I go for it anyway. Yep. Musc Ravageur. Always, always, always. It is the ravaging musk. It is the in-your-face, so aggressive, so just out there, and, it's my daring scent to a T. Musc Ravageur. And finally, we have my upscale fragrances. These scents I wear when I want to, dress to impress, when I want to be upbeat and upscale. I'm at a wedding type situation, those type of situations, basically. Starting off with the designer side, from the house of Dior, actually, we've got Dior Homme Intense. Dior Homme Intense, this one, the reason why that I reach for this, you know, when it's, you know, the upscale occasion is generally I'm wearing a suit. I like to wear dark suits, so that's when I throw this one on, and it does a fantastic job. Now, admittedly, I actually don't really reach for designer side fragrances for upscale particular appearances. So I think I've worn it twice basically at this point, and I don't think I'm actually going to wear it for any, so it's a little bit of a cheat. But let's move on to the niche side. Now on the niche side of things, we have one from the House of Creed. It's Creed's Royal Oud. I always love reaching for this one. It just smells like royalty, basically. It smells so good. You can wear it in the spring, in the summer, fall, winter, anytime, any place. As long as you've got, you know, you're dressed to the nines, basically, then you've got it, basically. And I love it for it. I've been wearing it to weddings like crazy. It's been getting compliments on that. People like the smell of it. It gives off the aura that I like, and for that reason, and that reason alone, Creed's Royal Oud. Now, I hope you guys have enjoyed my starting lineup video. I'm always curious, so please leave a note down below and send a message or, you know, something like that for what you guys are actually wearing for your starting lineup. I love to see kind of what other people are doing, and this is one type of video that I actually do watch of other reviewers to see what it is that they're rocking for their absolute starting lineup. So that's pretty much it. I hope you've enjoyed this, guys. Thank you guys, take care of yourselves, and you guys have a great day.